Hello, everyone. Yossi Kaplan here, your friendly Toronto and Costa Rica Realtor. How's everyone today? Today is a beautiful Friday. Absolutely love it. The sun and everything is good. And I'm going to do a review of the Toronto real estate market. I'm going to tell you what's going on in the market according to my understanding. I will review a bit of properties available, some deals I see, and I will talk a little bit about Costa Rica, the work we're doing there, and why so many people go to Costa Rica and what you can expect. Okay? If you need to reach me, Yossi at searchrealty.ca, or just look me up on Google. Okay, let's begin. What I do. So this will be a very quick introduction. The video didn't load. Okay, I work with Costa Rica Investments. That's relatively new. And in Costa Rica, you can find beautiful places that do make good investments, in my opinion, because the price you're paying for the property is pretty good and the rents are very, very good. In Toronto, the price of the property is very high, and the rents, although they're high for us, they still don't produce the similar ROI. But, there's plus and minus, pros and cons for everything. Costa Rica, you're looking anywhere from 300s, usually USD, but you can find in 300 Canadian up to whatever. But you can get a full gorgeous home in Costa Rica for $500,000 USD in a great area, modern home, brand new home, just like you buy it here. And I've got a couple available. I'm not going to show them on this video, but if you're interested in Costa Rica, just contact me. And our beloved Toronto. The prices are changing. They came down a bit. I'm going to show you what's going on. Okay, that's the site, yossikaplan.com. So let's begin. The first thing, I'll show you a couple of simple rentals I just listed. One is at 1171 Queen Street West, which is more or less across from the Drake Hotel. That's a gorgeous, large one-bedroom, 650 square feet approximately, with tall ceilings, beautiful wooden floors. That comes at $25.95 a month plus hydro. I just listed a corner unit at the West Condos. So that's King and Bathurst, basically. This corner unit faces south and west, so it's got lots of light. The rooms are separate, so the one bedroom is in this corner, the other that corner, so it's perfect. Whether a couple and somebody wants to work in the other room, or a kid, or two roommates. And the price here is $3,995 plus hydro. Okay. There are some properties in Costa Rica that I have available. I have lots available and some homes available. And the prices of those start from 45,000 USD for a lot you can build a home on. A larger lot will cost you about 100, and the homes are quite inexpensive to build, and the construction quality is very, very good. So if that's an option you're interested, you can go to my site and look at the webinars here. There's more stuff. They haven't really posted everything, but that's what it is. Now, the Toronto Star just came with this article, and take everything comes from the mainstream media with a grain of salt. But still, it's numbers based. Toronto's real estate market roars back to life, ending short-lived buyers market. Okay, you can see it here. Now, I don't think the buyer's market is done. I think we have a buyer's market, and I have an idea that buyer's market will continue for a while. We'll see what's going on with interest rates, but it's very much one and the other. But it does say the home sales were up in January by 37%. Now, the next article, and so that means that the market's coming back to life, and I am getting more calls, and people are calling, and other agents I know are talking about it, so that's good. Now, just hoping I'm still sharing here because I don't see the update, but I'm just going to keep talking. And here, this Toronto Star article says how downtown Toronto home prices changed by neighborhood in January 2024. So, and when you read the article, you'll see that most prices are stable after they've been reduced last year. Okay, what does that mean? That means the prices did come down quite significantly, but now they're coming back up. Okay, so this is a good example here. They're down 24% compared to January 23, but they're up. That means that there was a down and then it's coming back up. The core east usually will be slightly less on the price scale, although not that much. Okay, and you can look here for yourself, but down, down, a little bit, 0.5% up. That doesn't really count much, but here, semi-detached down 9.2%. That's a lot of money. Okay, that's about $50,000 here, and up to $100,000 if it's a higher price, because it's by percentage. Okay, apartment style condos. That means the condos that are marked on MLS as apartment, not townhouse or any other structure. The typical condo, and they're basically stable. They're more or less stable, up 0.5%. By a few $1,000s. That's nothing. Okay. Core West. See, not that many sales. 213, average 1.5 for detached, down 38%. Okay, so that's serious. Semi-detached down 14.6, 15%. That's very serious. Attached houses down a little bit. Townhouses up slightly, and condos are up slightly because condos are still the most affordable way to live and all that. Okay, comparing to January of 2014, that 10 years ago, who cares? Okay, and then he goes, okay, that's good enough. The next thing I want you to see is if you go to Yossi.searchrealty.co, Yossi.searchrealty.co, not CAC, you can get that system here. And then when you see a unit you like, you can just ask for a showing or viewing or more information. And this is a very good system. You can also set your own search here. And this will give you an idea. Oh, I need to share this tab. This will give you an idea. I might have not shared the Toronto tabs before. So my apologies, but here's the article of the Toronto real estate market roars back to life. And here's the other one. I forgot to click share. Okay, it's good now. But there it is. And that's the other one that came, how Toronto prices change. And I just read to you these numbers here. Okay. Now we're going to share this tab. Okay, I should remember to do that. And when you go to yossi.searchrealty.co, you'll see the prices. You can click on the property, get more information. And if you want to request a tour or booking, you can just do it here, or request info and they'll come right to me. Okay. All right. Now I want to show you some things. Yeah. Okay, that's the one I was talking about. Okay, so you go to your search, yossi.searchrealty.co. You run your search. I just ran a search on Toronto C1, which is the core west, my main area. I live in this neighborhood too. And here you can click on any property you like. Okay, view the details. You can separate from homes to condos to townhomes, whatever you want. Give you a lot of property information. You can request the tour here in person, video, or request some info and you'll get it from me. Okay. All right. Now let's look at some emails. I'm getting these emails here. And in these emails, I get a lot of assignments. Now I also have some assignments available a bit longer in the future. And you can see here, these prices are becoming more reasonable. And the reason is because assignments are becoming more reasonable because people paid quite a bit for them, and they're trying to get the profit, but now they can't because of interest rates, so they're dropping the asking price. Okay, so you can grab a unit at Nobu for $758, which is very good. It's close to $1,000 a foot. Okay, or other buildings, Nobu would be a place to look into for sure. Here's another unit for $758, 2 bed, 2 bath, 694 Northview. Those are good units, by the way. You're not gonna have much views at the Nobu, but you're on Mercer Street. Like, what can be better? Okay, so if you work downtown or work from home and you want to be close to everything, that's the place for you. Okay, I'll go back to the site and I'll share it here. And what I want you to understand, and maybe I'll just come up by myself. Aha. Okay, and here's the tower. And what I want you to know is that the market, generally speaking, uh, goes up because of inflation. We talked about that. The value of money erodes. Inflation means that you need to buy this item for $1. Here's I got a little highlighter here. So let's say this thing costs $1, but inflation make it cost $2. So now it's more expensive. But your salary is not up, or your income is not up to $2. It's maybe a $1.10. That is not good enough, because that highlighter is getting too expensive, and that is the problem. That is why you see price of everything is going up. That is why you see the price of rents are going up, because the landlords or the companies that own the units, the building or apartment buildings, doesn't matter, condos, they have to pay for their own expenses and make a little profit. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in that business. So, in order for Toronto and Ontario and Canada to have a good housing, there has to be a balance between the cost to own, to purchase and own. Own means to pay the taxes and fees and maintenance and all that, insurance on these properties that are rentals, which is a huge part of the Ontario economy. And at the same time, the renters have to be able to afford them. That's an equilibrium. The landlord is not going to buy a property if it's not going to yield positive cash flow, at least makes them a little bit of money. And the renter is not going to rent the property unless they can afford it. And that's the task of the government and the banks to balance. I would say it's not the task of the government to balance if they didn't control the economy, but they control the interest rates, they control taxes, they control almost everything. So it's their job, it's their duty, and it is their responsibility. And that's why you see so many people argue, whether it's in business and politics and together, about costs, about taxes, about prices. I mean, look at the price of a TTC. One ride is $3.35. That's very, very high for what you get. And it's very slow, doesn't come on time, shelters are not heated. So people are starting to think, what value am I actually getting for my investments? And that's very, very important to understand. We all hear the game that we're playing here is the game of value. And the value is always perceived in the eye of the beholder, which means if I wanted to buy something, it has to have enough value for me to invest in it. And if somebody wanted to buy it from me, my property from me, or maybe wanted to rent from me, or buy my product, whatever it is, come to my restaurant, anything I can have to offer, it has to be enough value for them to say, yeah, that's worth $10 or $1,000,000. Okay? Now, if you do not provide that value, you're not going to get sales. And that's what's happening now with the assignments. That's where the deals are. And I told you I'm going to talk about deals. So $568,000. Oh, I need to share. Sorry. $568,000 for 473 square feet down here. Is that enough value for you? Can you make the rent back? Or do you think that you could buy this property and it will appreciate or be good enough for you in order to buy it? Okay. Same really with anything. Share this tab instead. Oh, I need to put it on the stream. Sorry guys, I'm still learning this software. So here is, okay, so I'm showing you here. Okay, let's say I got this 758. This is just from my email. 701 square feet south view. I'm not sure what floor it is, but you can take a look and you can decide if this is something that is interest to you and has the value for you. Okay, there's a 623 two bath 770 with locker and parking. Okay, I would look into that. That sounds not bad. That's well under $1,000 a foot. Okay, give me a call. 779 two bath 725 square feet southwest view, one locker, 14,000 of upgrades. Don't know the floor, but something to look into. Okay, if you have available cash and you want to invest it, and you want to invest it in Toronto, one thing to look are assignments. Now, new construction, I'll do a separate video about that. But what happens in new construction is the cost of the developer is fixed. I mean, they already bought the land. They have to pay the construction. They have to pay the consultants. They have to pay the permit. So they may not be able to give you a deal like you get on an assignment. Get it? So right now, assignments are a great, great deal. But you need more cash for them. Remember that. And you're going to close sooner. It's not you're going to buy the assignment and wait 5 years. No, it's going to be ready this year, next year. Some of them I have assignments ready in 2-3 years, which are probably the best thing to look into, because if you have an assignment ready in 2 or 3 years, the chances are economy will recover and prices will continue to rise. Now, if prices continue to rise, everything has to rise because it's inflation. So it's a fine balance here, okay? And that's really up to governments and banks and large corporations to deal with. We don't really control all of it anymore. Okay, Yossi.searchrealty.co. I'm just clicking here to see that there's so many deals available. Some are houses, some are condos, some are this, some are that. The point is, you want to be able to have some kind of a measurement, okay, to know if it's a good deal or not. I know this building, by the way. That's the 7-Eleven just across the street to the east there. So that must be not Bellwoods, but just east of Bellwoods there, whatever that little street's called. Okay, so maybe that's a deal for you. Maybe somebody wants to buy a whole, that's a corner unit, right? So it's waiting for a nice restaurant to come. The restaurants were there so far, not that great, plus COVID, all that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna share. And basically the idea is either you start looking into resale one after the other, after the other, after the other, or you look into assignments. Obviously, if you want assignments, give me a shout. I got many, many lists of assignments, but there are deals to grab. Let's see what this one gives me. I'm just showing you the process of looking. The Tip Top Lofts, beautiful building. I really love it. It's right on the water. The other side is Lake Ontario. Okay, so you're out on the cycle path there, and Bathurst is right north of you. You're at the foot of Bathurst here, with the big Loblaws there, and it's asking 1.43 million on 12, maybe 1,300 square feet. Okay, so perhaps this is a consideration. Okay, there's something for everyone. Okay, so I'm going to recap, guys, and close this. Yossi Kaplan, Toronto and real estate, and now Costa Rica real estate. I believe that the deals you can have these days are in the assignments and perhaps even in the resale. New construction, if you find a very good deal and a very good location and very good floor plan, I think it's always an option. Always an option, but you have to really look carefully what you're getting and understand how you do this and understand how you get value out of it and estimate the rent you can get and all these things. And I can help you do all these numbers. I'm good at it and I love doing those. Okay, so if you have any questions, oh, there is a live chat here. Ole, I see. Thank you, Ole. All right, friends. So hide from stream. Okay, so that was it for today. All questions are welcome. All calls are welcome. Call me at the office or Yossi@searchrealty.ca or 416-993-7653. That's it for today. I'm here. Thank you very much.